Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're diving deep into the life of Adam Michael Goldstein, who everyone knew as DJ AM. Just an extraordinary talent, but, well, a profoundly tragic story, too.
Absolutely. We're talking about someone widely called, America's biggest DJ, a real maestro. He genuinely elevated the whole craft.
He really did. But yeah, beneath that surface, that sort of dazzling persona, there was a lot going on. A deeply troubled individual.
That's right. So much struggle beneath the success.
And his fascination with DJing, it started young, didn't it? I remember reading about him seeing Herbie Hancock back in '84.
Yeah, exactly. Seeing Herbie Hancock do Rocket with Grand Mixer DXT at the Grammys, that was apparently a huge moment for him.
But even with that spark, his youth was, well, it was marked by some serious issues pretty early on.
Oh, absolutely. Addiction started young. He was, I think, using crack cocaine by age 20. It got incredibly dark.
Leading up to that,
Right.
that harrowing incident in '97, the suicide attempt.
Right. And the really chilling detail is that the gun jammed.
Yeah.
Just pure chance he survived that moment.
Wow. That must have been a critical turning point, to say the least. Did that near-fatal moment change his focus?
It seems like it was a complete redirection.
Oh.
He poured all that obsessive energy, the stuff that had gone into drugs, straight into the music, into his craft.
Spend a whole summer just practicing.
Exactly, just locked in, practicing. It wasn't just about getting good. It was like a deep commitment to sobriety. That became the driving force.
And he was in Crazy Town for a bit, contributed to Butterfly.
He was, yeah. But he actually left the band in 2001. Too much drug use around him, and he had to prioritize staying sober. A really tough call, probably.
But a call that really paid off for his own career. His solo stuff just skyrocketed after that. He became a real celebrity fixture.
Oh, completely. By 2006, he lands this massive $1 million contract. Resident DJ at Pure Nightclub in Vegas.
$1 million! For a DJ residency back then, that was huge.
Unheard of. It cemented him as a superstar. And he wasn't just, playing records, he was innovating, pioneering that open format, the mashup style.
Let's talk about that open format mashup. What did that really mean at the time? How revolutionary was it?
It was pretty groundbreaking, actually. Most DJs stuck to one genre, maybe two. AM was blending everything hip-hop, rock, pop, 80s, you name it, seamlessly.
Creating these completely unexpected moments on the dance floor.
Exactly. That mashup style became his thing. You could argue he really laid the groundwork for the whole mainstream EDM explosion years later, even though his style was quite different.
And then he teamed up with Travis Barker to Video Jam. That was a really acclaimed duo.
Yeah, a unique sound, really popular mixtapes like Fix Your Face.
Right.
That partnership was hitting its peak, which makes what happened next even more tragic.
Right. The crash, September 19th, 2008.
Just hours after they performed together. The Learjet 60 they were on crashed during takeoff. 6 people on board.
And somehow AM and Travis Barker were the only survivors.
Miraculously, yes. But both were engulfed in flames. Horrific injuries.
The physical recovery must have been brutal, but the psychological side, I can't even imagine.
Profound doesn't even cover it.
Yeah.
Severe burns, yeah. But also this debilitating fear of flying afterwards and just intense survivor's guilt.
He talked about that, didn't he? Feeling like there was no reason he should have lived when others didn't.
Yeah, he said exactly that. There's no reason why I should have lived or I lived and they didn't. He had nightmares, awful ones, like a man chasing him with a blowtorch. Just sheer terror lingering.
And here's the really difficult part. Surviving something so public, so catastrophic, but then the recovery itself, the medications.
That seems to be the crux of it. The prescribed painkillers, the anti-anxiety meds he needed after the crash, they apparently just opened the floodgates after a decade of sobriety.
A devastating relapse, while he was still this public figure.
Yeah, and the irony is heartbreaking. He was even hosting that MTV show, Gone Too Far, advocating for sobriety, trying to help others.
Right, I remember seeing a clip where he actually held up a crack pipe, talking about his past.
Exactly. Trying to use his experience for good, while privately, that internal battle was just raging. Reports say his behavior got pretty erratic in those last few weeks.
Until, tragically, his body was found, August 28, 2009.
Yeah. Died at 36. The cause was acute intoxication and accidental overdose, a lethal mix of cocaine and various opioids found near him.
Just awful. A friend of his said something powerful, like, the plane crash killed him, it just took a year for it to do it.
That really sums up the tragic trajectory, doesn't it? The delayed impact of that trauma.
Absolutely. So his legacy, it's huge. As this maestro DJ who changed the game, a cultural icon, and someone who really did want to help others struggling with addiction.
For sure. His death, in a way, felt like the end of that specific mashup DJ era right before the big EDM boom took over. It left this void, this space for that kind of technical artistry he had.
So thinking about all this, what's the takeaway for you listening? There's that obvious what if, right? What else could he have done? Where would music have gone with his influence?
Definitely that what if. But maybe the deeper thing is how surviving something so incredibly traumatic, this external disaster, how that very survival could trigger the internal relapse that ultimately proved fatal.
It's a powerful, maybe unsettling thought that sometimes the battles we fight inside ourselves, triggered by things we endure, those can be the most dangerous ones. Something to really think about.